Hello, everyone. Welcome to our show today called NG 英文. My name is John Drummond or Yang Haoen.
Hello, 大家好，欢迎回到我们西平方的节目 NG 英文，我是 Angela。We
have a great show for you today with our good friend Tristan, who's known around the Taiwanese community as 崔璀璨。
是的，今天我们很幸运的邀请到了来自美国的 Tristan 崔璀璨来到 NG 英文，跟大家聊聊他对音乐、对创作的热爱，以及一路走来学中文的经验分享。
But before we get to the interview with Tristan and I, Angela is going to help us break down some different ways to use the word single in Chinese and English. We're doing this in honor of Tristan just releasing a Chinese single song.So, you will learn a little bit about that later in the interview, but first, let's get to our NG 英文 breakdown. Yeah. So take it away, Angela, here on NG 英文。
好的，没问题 John， 谢谢你的介绍。那没有错，今天我们要来跟各位分享要怎么用英文表达单身、单曲、单人床这些单。好，那现在就请大家赶快把你的 NG cheat sheet 这个 NG 英文专属的笔记小抄准备好。我们要开始咯。待会在访谈中呢，这个璀璨他会分享到他最近刚完成发行的单曲《宇宙》。那等一下如果大家专心听的话呢，会听到他讲这个字 single。 好，这个字呢，它最原始的意思其实是一个单一的。那当我们用在出专辑、出唱片这方面的时候呢，如果只是发行单一首歌，像璀璨他出的《宇宙》，或是前阵子周董出的那一首发烧单曲《Mojito》，因为就只有一首歌，所以用 single 来表达。再来，单人床就简单了，从字面意思我们可以知道是一张给一个人睡的床，所以用英文来讲的话，一般可以说是 single bed。那如果是用在感情世界的时候呢，因为是自己单一一个人，不是双双对对，所以这时候呢 single 就会变成是单身的意思。最后我们来学一种用 single 来加重语气的说法。当我们想要强调每一个的时候呢，可以说 every single 什么什么什么。好像如果你是老师的话，要全班每一个人都交作业，想要强调全班每一个学生的时候呢，就会是Every single student. 当然啦，如果你说 every student 也是同样意思，只是有语气上的差异，比较没有那么强调每一个学生。或者是像每个晚上，一般大家直觉反应可能都会只是说 every night， 但如果你哪天想要强调真的是每一个晚上，就可以说 every single night。 这样子大家有了解了吗？希望刚才讲的这些呢，对你的英文学习之路有所帮助。如果有漏掉、没有听到或是写下来的，也不用担心，可以上我们的 YouTube 频道，随时要听几次就给他听几次。有什么问题也欢迎在底下留言让我们知道哦。那如果大家都已经准备好了的话，我们就赶快进入今天的访谈内容，听听 Tristan 崔璀璨的分享吧。
All right. As always, thank you, Miss Angela Ma, for that wonderful NG 英文 breakdown. My guest today on the show is an American. She has been living in Taiwan for quite some time now and is focused on her love of dancing, music, acting, singing, creating, and so much more. So everyone, please welcome my good friend, Tristan.
Hi. Hey, how's it going?
What's up? Welcome to NG 英文. You sounded so cool right there. Like, hey, what's up? So, Tristan, we just finished doing some work together on a little TVC, a little television commercial. Is that right?
Yeah, is a commercial for some snacks.
For some snacks. And that's where we met. And I got to be introduced to your life, which is wild, incredible, and fascinating. But you are really working on developing your singing career and your acting career here in Taiwan. So can you share, what did you just finish that you are very proud of?
访谈一开始这样提到说会跟 Tristan 璀璨认识，是因为之前有一起拍一部零食的广告，而且呢也是因为这样子才对他在歌唱演艺事业这方面的发展有更多的了解。璀璨说呢，最近他刚发行了他的 first single， 他的第一支单曲叫做宇宙 Universe， 而且你们知道吗，整个写歌录歌的过程都是他自己来哦。 他说其实一开始是有跟专业的合作，只是没有得到他想要的成果，所以最后才决定退出，直接自己搞定。哇，像璀璨这样子知道自己要什么，排除万难的去达成目标，真的是很难得。赶快来听听他的分享吧。
Okay, most recently I finished my song. I wrote, recorded, semi-produced myself, which is called Universe, 宇宙. And for me, that was, it's the first single that I've released. And at first, it was kind of a project with other people, but I didn't get the end result that I wanted. So I just ended up doing it all by myself.
That is super interesting. And actually, I'm really liking the way you're kind of saying that. You know, you knew what you liked and what you wanted. And so you ended up ditching or leaving, essentially, this professional recording company. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
And then you did it all by yourself.
Right.
Wow. So what is that process like? Can you share with our audience, what does it mean to actually create your own music from start to finish?
上段内容璀璨跟我们分享到他独立完成的首支单曲《宇宙》，那接下来他会更深入的跟我们聊聊他做音乐的过程。璀璨说呢，有时候会从歌的 melody 旋律创作下手，有时候呢会从 lyrics 会从歌词开始，那在把歌词写完，旋律做好，两者结合之后呢，就是进入到做 demo 的这个阶段，开始录制试听带，也就是常我们听到的这个 demo 带。好，那最后呢才拿去给专业的音乐制作人听，看他们觉得怎么样，有没有需要改的地方。不过璀璨说一开始在制作《宇宙》这首歌的时候，他其实心里就已经有计划，是希望结合复古和现代的音乐元素来呈现，只是这样子的想法呢，他很难去跟制作人 convey， 很难去这个传达，双方的沟通没有达到共识，所以他最后才决定来自己发行。
Sometimes it starts with a small melody, sometimes it starts with a short piece of lyrics, and from the lyrics or the melody, it develops into sort of a demo. Usually I make the whole demo by myself. Maybe I produce the instruments by myself too, and I take it to professionals and say, hey, what do you think of this? Can we do it? Do you like it? Anything we need to change? And when I did Universe, I had a complete vision for how I wanted it to come out. And if you've seen the music video, it's very like kind of 90s, kind of old school, right? But it's also includes a lot of more modern music. And so that was my vision for it, but it was really hard for me to convey that to them. So I ended up just doing it myself.
Wow, that is incredible. And yeah, I love this song. And the music video is so cool. And you shot that all on like your phone, right? A lot of that?
I have like a vlogging camera.
Oh, okay, so you did have a camera. Okay.
Yeah.
It did, I mean, it seemed very well done. I loved it. Very
Thank
90s
you.
style. Yeah, early internet vibe.
Right.
But the melody and the sound is so dreamy and so melodic. Yeah, I've been listening to it since you've sent it to me kind of regularly. I might be a fan now,
Yeah,
to be honest.
I hope you're serious about that. Thank you.
I am serious. Yeah, no, I literally am. The melody comes to my head all the time. But, you know, the coolest thing for the listeners, as we are speaking in English right now, you are singing everything in Chinese. So did you write this whole song in Chinese? Was that the process?
访谈进行到这边，不晓得各位有没有注意到，璀璨他在讲宇宙这两个字的时候，发音真的很标准诶。而且你们知道吗？他这首歌是全部都用中文写哦，连几乎所有在他 YouTube 频道上的歌和影片也都是用中文诠释，实在是太厉害了。我们赶快来听他这段内容。
Yeah, the first part of the lyrics I got was the part leading into the chorus. So the part that you mentioned to me when I sent it to you, right? And that was in Chinese.
If you want to sing it, you're welcome to.
It's like not something that's really like, okay, well, the sentence is 跨越整个宇宙. And I thought that led really well into the... Yeah, it's kind of hard to sing, but I thought it led well into the very sort of electronic kind of computerized chorus. And I built everything around that one phrase, which was all in Chinese, so I have no English lyrics for it.
Yeah, and that's so beautiful. And we will touch more on your incredible Chinese language skills later in the show. But I did want to highlight, that most of the music you are putting out right now on YouTube is all in Chinese. Is that right?
Yeah, my music and other videos on YouTube.
Awesome. Very, very cool. Well, thinking then a little bit more about your kind of entertainment career now here in Taiwan, when did you get involved with, let's say, acting and singing here in Taiwan?
在这段访谈中呢，璀璨要来跟大家说他当初是怎么样开始接触演艺事业。他说自己本来就有在跳舞，后来台大念书的时候，有人找他演一部这个电视广告里的舞者。他在现场拍摄的时候呢，认识了一些经纪人，引荐他上电视节目，才开启了他的演艺生涯。也就是说呢，一切的一切都是从跳舞开始，真的着实是一个舞动人生的写照。那璀璨等一下他也会提到说，其实啊，他是在宜兰学跳舞的哦。他自己本来在美国是跳啦啦队的，但整个宜兰都没有这样的活动，所以就退而求其次，跳跟啦啦队比较相近的嘻哈舞蹈跟这个霹雳舞这个 break dancing。 是说相信大家也知道，每次只要一讲到宜兰， John 的这个话匣子就会被开到最大，所以这次他们说要先快速带过，之后有时间再来分享他们对宜兰的回忆。
When I was studying at National Taiwan University, I was asked to be a dancer for a commercial, and I thought that was really cool, and because I was just doing dance before then, and I ended up meeting a few agents while on set, and they asked me to go on TV shows. After that, they asked me to perform, things like that. So it took off all from, I guess, dance.
Yeah, and you are a great dancer. You focus kind of more in the hip-hop scene of dancing, right? Are you kind of a B-girl?
Yeah.
Is that the right terminology?
And hip-hop, which I actually started learning in Ilan.
Shout out to Ilan! Yeah, this is what we connected on when we first met. That, so, God, we have so much to share about, but I'm trying to keep it in order here. But yeah, you started dancing in Ilan as a part of, was it your Rotary Exchange program?
Yeah, I was a Rotary Exchange student, and there was no cheerleading. Actually, I was a cheerleader before that. There's no cheerleading in all of Ilan County. So I ended up just going for the closest thing I could find, which was hip-hop, and loved it even more.
That is so cool. So now you have kind of blossomed into this entertainer that you are. I mean, you're doing talk shows, you're dancing, you're singing, you're acting. I'm sure you're doing more, and YouTubing.
Yeah,
YouTubing. Yeah, so I think there's going to be a lot of success in the world of digital content creation right now. But thinking about maybe 2020, 2021, do you have kind of a focus that you want to put more energy into, or do you kind of want to just pursue all things and see where it goes?
接着我们要来问问璀璨，对于未来有没有什么目标计划呢？他说任何跟创作有关的都会很想要去做，像在他个人的 YouTube 频道上面就很 free， 影片题材都可以自由发挥，或是跟他的这个 Acapella 他的清唱乐团完成更多作品。那相对比较会限制他创意的，像是电视节目可能就会减少参与，因为常常节目制作人都会把他们的想法局限在一定的范围内，希望他们以可能某个特定的个性角色呈现，让璀璨觉得说好像某种程度自己被困住被限制住了。不过是说这个当然也是因人而异啦，只是可能对充满创意的人比较不适合而已。赶快来听听他的分享吧。
For me, anything creative is what I feel most inspired by and what I'm most driven to do. So I'd sort of like to be on TV less and sort of do YouTube more and more music with my a cappella group or individually.
Yeah, I love that. And be on TV less. You know, it's funny too, because I know you are such a creative soul. And I think on TV, I know we both do it, but there's restrictions around it. And kind of, they want you to be this personality that sometimes feels a little bit in a box. And, we have a lot of friends that do it, and no disrespect to them in that journey. But for more creative artists, I know it's a little bit more of a challenge. And I think, YouTube and, social media platforms will give you that freedom, that flexibility that you want as a creative artist. Then thinking about all of this, as you have expressed, you are doing now so much of your entertainment work in Chinese. When did this language journey begin for you in Chinese?
现在我们要来聊聊璀璨的语言学习之路。他说一开始只是在宜兰当交换学生，什么都不会，只会讲你好。那因为当时是跟寄宿家庭住，慢慢开始会学到一些简单的片语，只是在这之前呢都没有去上过真正的中文课，是之后去念台大的时候才开始有上课。那其实当初他在宜兰只待1年就回去美国了，后来才又回来台湾。他说那个时候回美国就觉得说好像让他开心快乐的人事物都在台湾耶，加上他老家 Nebraska 又很无聊，牛比人多，也没有海边可以去，没有山可以爬，根本就是比我们东部的好山好水好无聊还要无聊，所以就又回来台湾了。
Well, it started when I was an exchange student in Ilan, and I came with no prior knowledge of Chinese, so I knew how to say 你好, but I didn't even say it right? And then I lived with a host family, so I started picking up some simple phrases, but I had never studied in a classroom setting before until I was in college, at National Taiwan University.
Yeah, so essentially you came here, you did a year in Ilan, is that right?
Correct, yeah.
And then you left, right? You went back to America?
Mm-hmm.
And so you decided to come back to Taiwan to do university, right?
Yeah, specifically that first year that I came back to study Chinese.
Nice. So was that kind of the plan when you were in Ilan? Did you know you were going to come back to Taiwan?
Well, actually, no. It was supposed to just be a year. But then when I went back, I realized that everything that made me happy was still in Taiwan. Like the dance scene, the hip-hop subculture here is amazing. And a lot of my friends, the food, right? I'm from Nebraska, so not much there.
Yeah. Can you explain, what is Nebraska to our listeners who don't know?
Nebraska.
Corn.
You can remember it by the cow population is 4 times the human population.
The cow population is 4 times greater than the human population.
Right. Yeah, wait, okay, I don't know. I want to say in Chinese there's a phrase, right? 好山好水好无聊. That's what they say about Ilan. But in Nebraska, we don't have any mountains. We don't have any ocean. So it's even worse.
That is very true. Yeah, so shout out to Nebraska, but more importantly, shout out to our home. Because Ilan, I know, because I joke, I've said it a few times on this show. People ask me, oh, where are you from? And I joke and I say, 我是宜兰人.
Yeah, I say that Ilan is my hometown in Taiwan.
Super cool. Our Ilan family out there. So your first year back in Taiwan, you came, before you studied university, you actually came to study Chinese. Is that right?
Correct.
Was that a very intensive Mandarin program?
接下来璀璨会跟大家聊到说，他回来台湾的第1年上了相当密集、非常 intensive 的中文课。一般最多只收4位学生，每个人呢都有很多跟老师1对1练习的机会，而且一天要背200个字，200个想到我都疯了。但是4-5个月之后啊，就开始慢慢习惯这样子的模式，到后来就算要考前15分钟背起来都没有问题。最后也因为这样子的魔鬼训练，让他能够在台大用中文上课，读懂中文教科书，顺利完成大学学业。那等一下呢，大家也会听到璀璨纠正 John 说，虽然他现在好像中文真的很不错，但也称不上是 master。就说应该没有一个人是可以真正对一个语言是完全纯熟的，因为如果你觉得说，我对这个语言就是完全的厉害，了若指掌的时候，你就会自动停学。但是语言这个东西是活的啊，它不断的在发展，在这个 constantly evolving， 而我们应该是要不停的学才对。总之呢，就是一个活到老学到老的概念。
I think it's the most intensive you get in Taiwan, right? So they had maximum class sizes of 4 students, so you get a lot of one-on-one time with the teacher. They also required 1 hour a day to be one-on-one, and they quizzed us. At one point, I remember about 200 characters a day. And at first, that was way too much for me. I would spend the entire day and I would still not finish those 200 characters. But after a few months, I think maybe 4 or 5 months in, I was so conditioned to learning that way that I could memorize all 215 minutes before the test.
Wow, yeah, that is intense. 200 characters per day. Of all new characters, right? Yeah, 200 new characters.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, and you were telling me off air, you think maybe after that year, you were able to now take all of your university level classes all in Chinese. Is that right?
Right. All my textbooks, classes, the professors were all speaking in Chinese.
And you rocked it. Superstar. And graduated a few years ago, is that right?
Yeah, a couple years ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, that makes me think about kind of tips and advice, and I think you are the perfect candidate for asking this as you have mastered Mandarin Chinese. So can you share...
Mastered? I don't know about mastered.
Well, I guess nobody really masters a language ever, right?
And that's the ideology you have to have. Otherwise, when you think you've mastered it, you stop learning.
True.
But language is constantly evolving, so you have to
Well said. Thank you for correcting me, because you're right. That is, the mindset is language is forever, right? And so thinking about kind of some tips and advice, can you share a little bit, what really helped you with your Mandarin learning?
现在我们要请璀璨跟各位分享一些他学外语觉得蛮有帮助的小撇步。 他说因为自己其实本身就比较 competitive， 比较有好胜心，不喜欢输，所以都会努力去勇敢开口说，让自己多练习，而且也尽量跟当地人台湾人互动，增强自己的中文能力，不输给班上其他同学。像他自己就在社团在课外活动找到跟自己有 common ground 有共通点一样喜欢唱歌跳舞的朋友，透过共同兴趣去认识去发展，增加练习中文的机会。因为他也提到如果可以到海外去学，也要把握你在当地那种沉浸式学习的机会，而不是说都跟同乡的混在一起讲母语，或是可能抱怨当地的一些文化差异等等，因为这样子你反而就会失去到国外的意义。
What helped me, first of all, I think was getting over my fear of speaking, because I couldn't speak at the language program in any other language besides Chinese. So getting over that and getting over myself and my fear that I was going to be worse than my classmates. I wanted to be the best at everything, you know, it's very competitive. So I had to get over that. And I also surrounded myself with local people, Taiwanese people, through extracurricular activities. So dancing, singing, outside. All my friends were local people, so that also gave me pressure to learn. Even though they spoke English, it gave me pressure to learn. I didn't want them to always speak to me in English. And I definitely do suggest if you do have the opportunity to go to another country or surround yourself in an environment that speaks the language you're learning, that you don't waste that opportunity by making friends from your home country or speaking in the language that is your native tongue. It definitely wastes. And it's kind of scary too, because a lot of these foreigners, even in Taiwan, when you get together, you start complaining about things, and you like a lot of people end up like disliking the environment that they're in, just because they're hanging out with the wrong group of people.
Yeah, totally. No, I love what you're saying. You know, and I think so many of our foreign friends, they kind of get into these little comfortable pockets of finding their home countrymen and women to hang out with. And then you're losing the opportunity to learn more of the language and the culture. And so I really love how you're saying, you know, you spent time with Taiwanese doing things that you love, but they also love too. So you're dancing and, you know, having your friends speak with you all the time in Mandarin.
You bring up a good point with finding common ground, like with dance. We both had a common interest, so it's much easier to connect over that and sort of learn language through that as well.
Yeah, I love that. And we talk about this on the show all the time, you know, finding your interests. So, you know, this can be for anyone listening. You know, if you love dancing or you love sports, find those things you already love to do. And if you get the opportunity to go do them in another country, do them then in that new country with that language that you want to be learning. So well said. All right. So this brings me to another question I love to ask. And as you are such a fluent, not master, but you are fluent in Mandarin, but obviously there's been a learning curve. So do you remember any kind of times you struggled with any translations over the years?
接下来在这段访谈里，璀璨要跟大家分享一个他之前刚接触中文的时候，因为常常只是从字典找翻译，不清楚实际的用法，而让自己陷入窘境。像有一次他只是想要说我走路去上课，但当时因为不知道走路怎么讲，就从字典找啊找到步行的说法，然后就直接说了这句我步行去上课。殊不知我们平常顶多是讲以步行的方式抵达某处之类的，不会用步行来代替走路。而且当他说出这句我步行去上课的时候，反而还产生了我不能去学校的意思，让当时他朋友都听不懂他在讲什么，想说可是你现在已经在教室嘞，为什么说你不能去上课？赶快一起来听听这段有趣的回忆分享吧。
Yes, definitely. When I first started studying, I think I already mentioned that I didn't have any formal classes, so a lot of what I knew how to say was looked up either on Google Translate or through the app dictionary on my phone. And one time I wanted to learn how to say just a simple phrase, walk. I want to say, oh, I walked to school. And for the verb walk, I ended up searching and finding 步行, which is the same meaning as it's walk. But when I put it into a sentence and I wanted to tell my classmate that I walked to school, I said, 我步行去上课. And at the time we were at school, so they like asked me like, why? So like, well, I mean, I don't have a car, like I can't drive, so 我步行去上课. But they were so confused, like, aren't you already at school? Like, why can't you come to school?
Yeah, because it's the same sound as 步行, like cannot, right? So
Right.
like,
Same
yeah,
pronunciation.
same pronunciation and everything. Wow. Oh, the beauty of the Mandarin language. And yeah, I love that. And they're so confused. They're like, aren't you at school? I'm confused on what's happening right now. So yeah, super, super funny. So good story there. All right. Well, Tristan, it's been a pleasure to learn more about your life and your language journey. And that leads me to my last question here on NG 英文. And that is, if you could go back and talk to a younger Tristan, would there be any advice you give yourself on language or life?
最后我们要来了解璀璨有没有什么话会想要告诉以前的自己呢？他说如果有什么想做的事情就要赶快去做， Start now， 现在就开始，不要想说哎呀没办法不行，以后有机会再说什么的，不要给自己找借口，不要有这种心态。像以前从小学开始，璀璨他其实就有在写歌了，但小时候不懂事又害怕，想说反正发展机会来了自然就会找上门，所以就没有再多做行动。但其实机会根本就没有来找他，反而是最后他要自己主动去争取才有。或者呢，像学中文也是，之前他就想说反正住在寄宿家庭里面一定自然而然会学中文，但其实并没有学到那么多，要自己开始去下功夫才有进步。总之就是如果有什么想要做的事情，行动不如马上行动，别再给自己找借口了。马上来听最后这段分享。
The advice I'd give to myself for language and life is the same. Start now. A lot of things, I wanted to do music since I was in elementary school, and I was writing songs back then, but I was too afraid, and I think the opportunities will find me, and they didn't. I had to create them for myself, and that goes for language as well. When I was living in a host family, I always thought, I think I'll pick it up naturally. I didn't that much, right? So I have to start today. There's no reason that you can't start today or tomorrow, right? So don't push it off any longer.
Yeah, well said. Such a poet. Yeah, that sounds like that's going to have to be the title of a new single.
Oh,
what is it? Start now? That's the title of the new single. Look for it. Coming in 2021. Start now. It's going to be super motivational.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, I love that. To sum up what you're saying, yeah, I mean, you think you can just pick these things up, but no, you got to put the effort in. So I love how you said that with music, with life, language, whatever. So start today. Yeah. So where can people find your music, more about your life, your YouTube channel? Can you share some of your social media outlets?
Yes. My YouTube, you can search Tristan H or崔璨, or search them together. And then I also have Instagram. You should be able to search my name as well.
Nice. Very cool. Well, it's been a pleasure, and I look forward to hearing more original tracks coming soon.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye, everyone. Peace. All right. Well, that is our NG 英文 show for today. We hope everyone enjoyed listening to that. You can connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube. You can search NG 英文, or you can search on IG NG English ICRT. And don't forget to tune in every Wednesday morning from 6:30 to 7 and Wednesday night from 9 to 9:30. We'll catch you on the next episode. Bye-bye.
好，那我们今天西平方的节目 NG 英文就到这边告一段落啦，感谢大家的收听，别忘了到 IG 搜寻我们的粉丝专页 NG English 再底线 ICRT， 大家也要记得每周三早上6点半到7点，或是晚上9点到9点半，把广播调到 ICRT FM 100，准时收听我们节目哦。那也欢迎各位上网搜寻西平方的攻其不备课程，或者呢是到我们西平方的官网多读一些有关 NG 英文的文章，看看有哪些是可以吸收学起来的小撇步哦。我们下周见了，拜拜。